Gremlins, when I teach it, it's such a, kid, I would love for you to be in the classroom when I show Gremlins to 17-year-olds, because there's so much happening. How are they doing this? How did that, live? Why is it in a small town America? What's the father doing in this Chinatown shop? Are they making fun of the Chinese man, or are they critiquing the father? This and that. So when the film came out, it really did speak to this complexity of this 80s Reagan America, which we talk about in class. It was very nuanced, culturally aware, I think. Why do you think the film resonated? Or what were you, for my students, I suppose, if you were giving them a lecture, trying to contextualize within the context of Gremlins as both a dark comedy, a satire, a horror, and everything in between?
Well, I find that the movies that I make, I have to have some personal connection to, or else I'm the wrong guy to make them. I've been asked to make movies that actually were very good projects and turned out to be good movies, but wouldn't have been as good if I did them, because I wasn't invested in them. So I try only to do movies that I go see. Someone else had made them. And in the case of Gremlins, I was offered the script because Steven Spielberg had seen The Howl.
Yes.
And he'd seen Piranha, two of my previous pictures, one of which was a ripoff of one of his pictures. And he was starting a low-budget film company, he thought. And he wanted to do a low-budget horror film, and that wasn't my specialty at the time. And what struck me about the original script was that it was really dark and gruesome. And the Gremlins did awful things. They killed the dog and ate it, and they killed the mother and cut her head off and bounced it downstairs.
Oh, wow.
And it seemed to me that there was more to make out of this premise than that. And it would be very limiting to make a picture where it's just characters being killed every other reel. And so, particularly when we saw the designs of the creatures that started to come in and started to work with the concept of how we can make these things look real, the more like people they acted, sort of the more absurd they were and the funnier they were, and the more they seemed to be satirizing aspects of humanity. And so the tone of the movie changed completely from the script to what ended up on the screen. And a lot of it was based on just the simple practicality that there were so many things in the script written that the puppets couldn't do. And we just can't do that, Yes. We couldn't make them walk convincingly. Gizmo was like a major character in the movie. He started out in the original script, he only was there for like the first 20 minutes, and then he turned into Stripe, the bad gremlin. And there was no more Gizmo. So Steven Spielberg's contribution to the movie, and I think the crucial reason why it was so popular, was that he said, when he saw the Gizmo puppet, he said, I like this, and I think he should stick around for the entire movie and be the hero's pal. Which was a horrifying thought to us, because we didn't have the technology yet to do that. We had just enough ability to make him convincing for a couple of scenes, but we never thought of him carrying the movie. And so we had to reconnoiter and had to build giant gizmo heads and figure out all sorts of different tricks to invent the technology to allow this character to be in the movie for the entire picture and to have a character, to have a personality. And we did manage to do it. But I think the contrast between the anarchy of the Gremlins and the cuddly cuteness of Gizmo is the key to the success of the movie.